Hello and welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing part one of two of these book nook kits. So this one lights up. Here it is. It's like the little light up part. And then let's open it up and see what's inside. So a bunch of little pre-made kind of things. Some wood, glue, wiring, and the paper stuff. And then of course the kit to put it all together. So I opened up to the first page, and probably one of the most difficult ones was making the books. So I got started on that, and at this point, I had like this little process. I glued on one page of the book and then folded it over to glue on the rest. So you can see me kind of gluing on one of the pages, then folding it and gluing on the rest, just so it could like dry fully, or at least a little bit more, because the first like 5 books that I did, they were like falling all over. So here they all are. I think they all turned out really good. A bunch of different sizes, so it kind of makes that different like height difference for all the books. Next, I got started on these picture frames. So same kind of thing. I kind of just glued them on and then used this little like tweezers to kind of get the excess glue off. And there was a bunch of different picture frames, a bunch of like the same sizes, but here they all are. Kind of simple. Then I got started on this shelf. Well, it was actually two shelves. So for this, I actually had to use like the sandpaper, which I didn't use the sandpaper for a lot of these things. If you go and look at my video where I made wooden flowers, I used the sandpaper a lot, and that's kind of why I didn't really want to use it that much this time, because it took a long time. Anyways, made the shelves, made this little like sign here. Here it is, really cute. And then I got started on the actual building pieces. So at this point, I've been working on this for maybe an hour. The books took me, actually probably like an hour and a half, because the books took me forever to do. So I was super excited to finally get started on some bigger pieces. So here it is. I kind of used the glue just to kind of glue down the little sides here so it would look a little bit better. And then I glued on all of the little pieces. And here it is. I thought it was so cute. Then I got started on one of the bigger shelves. So here it is, and this one I kind of messed up a little bit, but not as bad as I did on the next one, which you'll see in a second. But here it is, all put together. Then I had the books, so I kind of just like laid them out at first, then glued them together, put all the other pieces on. It was looking so cute, and then I made this stack and then started gluing on the books. And I made the stack first so I could see what it would look like, then glued it on, and here it is. It is so cute, all put together. Next is this little like glass ball kind of, and this isn't actually the one that I'm needing here. I just kind of put it together a little bit early. So this is the wiring part, and I've actually taken a class before, so I kind of knew what to do. Basically, you don't want the wires, the red and the black wires, to touch, so that's why you put on those little covers that I was just showing. Anyways, twisted it all the way down, and this is the part that I like kind of messed up on. So I took a minute, like wired it all up, put it on the box, then got started. So I was like, oh, okay, perfect. I'll put that through before I put on like the battery box, got some batteries. This part was again a little bit difficult because I didn't want to go and like dry it, but you saw it really quickly, it works. So I kept on going. Okay, so I put it all together. Here it is. I couldn't find the little glass ball, so I was like, okay, I'll just find it later. So I moved on, got started on the shelf here. So this is one of the main shelves that's gonna like, oh, it's just gonna hold like the box. And I didn't really realize this, so I was like, okay, maybe I can just like take it off. Maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. So I was kind of just playing around with it. And I actually was able to like pick off a little bit at the bottom, and it was able to fit in pretty good. Like you were still able to see it from the side, but I had everything covering it up on the other parts, so it was perfectly fine. Anyways, go start it on the first of three walls. So this little like holographic piece of paper, you could see through it through the light, but you couldn't like see it on camera, but you could see it in person. Anyways, finished that one up, then got started on this other one, and I do like how like the paper is kind of on the back side. It covers up all the little holes in it with the final piece of paper, so it makes it look really clean, and I do like that part. So there's it, and this is the probably one of my favorite walls to put together because of this little sliding piece on the back. This is how you are able to get into like the battery pack, and it was super easy to put together, and I don't know why I liked it so much, but it was just super cool. Anyways, got started on the books, And this is when I realized the kit actually didn't bring enough books. So I used all the books like the correct amount of ways, but it just didn't come with enough. So there's like a few on their side to kind of like fill up the empty space. But yeah, it didn't come with enough books. And I made sure I double checked to make sure I used all of like the right amount of books, and I did. And it just didn't come with enough. So I moved past it, found a solution, put it all together, and I didn't let the glue dry on like the base piece for long enough, so it was kind of a little bit like wobbly, but it was good in the end. Put everything all together, this little like beam, which I almost forgot to put, and then the battery pack, and here it is. It is so cute. I used this little like stopper as like the ball because I couldn't actually find one for the light, and it is so cute. I love that it lights up. And I have a part 2 coming out next week, which I think is so cute too. But I don't know which one is my favorite. So you'll have to watch next week's video and tell me which one you like more, because I really just like them so much. Here's the little back of it. Super easy and really good to like hide it and also still get to the light. And yeah, I think it's so cute. What do you think? And I will see you next week. Bye!